Hello, everybody, and happy free agent day. This is the first time I've done a stream on here, and it's got to be close to 2.5 years. But I happen to be off, so at the time available, I'm like, yeah, I might as well do a stream for NFL free agency. The legal tampering window opens up in 8 minutes, and well, we have. I'm just going to get through the news of the last few days before we get to it. So, of course, some of the major releases do include Tua was officially released this morning. He might be getting signed on Wednesday, but I'll get into that in a little bit. We also had Kyler Murray. He's released. Stephon Diggs got released last week. Alec Ingold was released. We also have other guys that are free agents, some notable names. Mike Williams, Buster Brown. He would have been a free agent. He re-signed this morning with Jacksonville. He wanted to stay there. Asante Samuel Jr. signed a 1-year deal to stay with the Steelers this morning. Eric Wilson signed a deal that kept him with the Vikings this morning as well. We know there's a couple teams that are most likely going to be making moves. I think there's going to be a flurry of moves once we start. But also, apparently, we know the Giants might be one of the teams that are in on making moves. It does look like Isaiah Likely might be landing with the Giants today. Apparently, the Giants are having him as one of the free agents they are prioritizing. By the way, there is now a new rule that teams can speak with 5 players. So, that's probably one of the guys. Also, apparently, they were going to be in on Tyler Linderbaum, but his price has now gotten big. I think he's getting close to 30. So, there's that. But also, at the same time, hold on. Trying to think what else. I had something else that I was going to say, but I forgot what it was. Also, that was the stream in the background. I was just, confirming to make sure that we had everything audio-wise all good. You can't hear me, so that is all done, all kosher. Also, a couple other things that I'm going to say as well. I'm going to be looking at a couple different things. I have a setup already going. Like, I have Twitter open. I'm going to be looking at Twitter like a madman. Also, franchise tags from this past week. We had the expected news of Kyle Pitts getting franchise tagged. That happened. We also had George Pickens get franchise tagged before the deadline. Breece Hall got franchise tagged. Daniel Jones, they used a transition tag on. He would have been one of the better QBs on the market. This isn't a super big QB market this offseason. So I see why they did use a transition tag on him. Because he also was playing very well until injuries kicked in, and he is coming off the Achilles injury, so there is a risk there. But I think for Indy, it's worth it, even though you are paying him a ridiculous amount of money. But there still could be a whole lot worse. Like, I think when Malik Willis does sign, of course, that's now the best QB on the market. He's going to get overpaid hideously. Kyler might get a 1-year deal. I think Tua's going to get a 1-year deal as well. Kyler, I think possibly the Steelers. We don't know what's happening with Aaron Rodgers. We won't really know if he's retiring or not retiring until about another couple of weeks. But I personally think he is going to maybe stay in Pittsburgh if he does not retire. So there's that. Now, we have Twitter open. Schefter's latest tweet saying the Falcons are expected to pursue Tua, which does make sense when you take into account Michael Penix is coming off another ACL tear. This time it's his different leg. It's not the leg that he had the multiple ACL tears in college. It's the knee that he didn't have one in. And now at the same time, Tua becomes available, and Stefanski is looking for a QB. And I mean, Tua, when he isn't concussed, can show that he can be a good QB. I think Tua is probably the better QB, in my opinion, compared to Kyler. for who's available of the QBs that got released. Like Geno Smith, I don't think Geno Smith's going to have as big of a market as people think. I think there might be a team or two that's interested in him. The Jets also might be looking for a QB for reasons. They said they were going to release Justin Fields. They have not released Justin Fields yet, which is a little surprising. I thought they would have just got that, would have ripped the Band-Aid off, but I guess not. But yeah, 3 more minutes. We have the floodgates will open. Oh, so speaking of Geno Smith, his preferred destination is Miami. I mean, if he signs for cheap, it would make sense, regarding the fact Miami is basically very, very short on money. Travis Kelce, it looked like he was going to be open to be signing with other teams. He is going to be staying in KC. That's what it does sound like. Mike Evans is expected to sign elsewhere. Same with Romeo Doubs. So that's 2 receivers on the market that they will be signing elsewhere. We don't know what Jawan Jennings is doing, but San Fran is kind of strapped for money. They might be trading Trent Williams, who is one of the better tackles in the league. So I do think that would be a not great move. Yep. You're saying... Yeah, Williams is due $32 million. San Fran would want to get that situation solved sooner rather than later. Get maybe something for him rather than nothing. I think that's what they're trying to do. So we got now less than a minute. Less than a minute until the floodgates open. And then when it does hit noon, I will put up the... Who do we think is going to be the first signing? I think the first signing will not be anything of importance. I think it'll just be something to get, it'll be a small pebble. It will be a small pebble to get everything going. It is now officially 12 o'clock. May the floodgates open. Perfect time to get some water. By the way, I'm prepared on water. I have 2 giant waters, and then I have a smaller water, too. This is just for 2.5 hours. Because I'm only streaming until about 2:30. If there's movement going on, I might stream until 3. Here we go. I'm expecting all the tweets start. They can come in. I don't think it's going to happen right away. But I'm trying to I just had a brain lapse. Oh, Jalen Redmond has been tailored. What? Not tailored. He's been tendered. The window is opened. We are waiting for the first official signing. I have Discord, and I also have... Oh, wait, hold on. Speaking of Discord, I have to notify everyone. And also, speaking of Twitter, I should probably put the stream up on Twitter, too. I don't call it X. I refuse to call it X. There we go. Hopefully that does something. Who do we think the first signing is? Because I'm sticking to my thing. I don't think it's going to be anyone major. And we're not going to get it for at least the first about 10 or so minutes. And Romeo Dobbs. Alec Pierce is staying in Indianapolis. Okay, that was quick. 4 years, 116. Yeah, I knew he was going to get overpaid. I knew Alec Pierce was about to get overpaid like a madman. 4 years, 116 mil off rip. Indy wasted no time. Off the rip. 4 years, 116 mil for Alec Pierce. We are not starting with a small pebble. We are starting with a bang immediately. One of the top receivers on the market off the board like that. Holy. So I thought there was a chance he was going to leave. I thought the price was going to be too exorbitant that he was going to consider it. No. So now Indy, you have two receivers on your team now making over 20 mil. Michael Pittman hasn't been great. Are they going to move on from Michael Pittman? Is that what they're doing? But that was quick. Within the first 5 minutes. And I was saying to a friend of mine who's a Patriots fan, I do not want them to get Alec Pierce. They have Pop Douglas and Kayshon Boutte as deep ball threats. It would not make sense for them to get him. But okay. Okay, immediately. The first move is big. It is important. It is a big move. Also, of course, in the group chat, it immediately corrects from Alec to Alex. So Alec Pierce, the first move of free agency. Alameda, Zacchaeus going back to Atlanta. You know what? I don't mind Zacchaeus going back to Atlanta. $60 million guaranteed for Alec Pierce, by the way. Oh my Lord. So Zacchaeus is the second move of free agency. Okay, the stove is going. The stove is going, and we are cooking. So the Bears now, that's their second receiver they've lost in the last week. They traded DJ Moore to Buffalo. But Alec Pierce was going to be the main move that I was looking at. And immediately, Bang, right off the board. That was going to be a big talking point of the stream, and he signed within the first 5 minutes. Lord, I got to adjust the stream plan, I guess. But what I was going to say is now with Alec Pierce, if he did stay in Indianapolis, now this brings up the questions of if Michael Pittman is going to possibly be moved. He is coming off a down year. Alec Pierce had 1,000 yards. Josh Downs still has another year of team control. You also have Tyler Warren now in that offense as well. So Pittman's role really is not there anymore. And he is making a lot of money, too. He's making over... Pittman's making at least 25. Michael Pittman is making 23.3, actually. But he's making 29 this upcoming season. And it is the last year of the contract. And his cap hit is at $29 million. Pierce turned down more money elsewhere to stay in Indy. Oh, he would have got 30. He would have got 30. There was rumors earlier saying he was possibly going to get 30. This basically confirms that he was maybe going to get 30 mil. Because, again, he signed for about 29.3. I think that's what it was. Or 29. It was close to 30. The Patriots are signing Draymond Jones 39 mil. Okay. I know he had a solid year, but 13 mil for Draymond Jones? Pay to play game, but I know they just released Tavai this morning. And we also have all the issues with Barrymore, and also we have to. I mean, I have bad tickets too, so. But I'm also a Packers fan. Those are my two teams. Hey. Time to just, this is basically time to just be insane. Be insane and wait for an overpayment. Like, again, I like Alec Pierce. Yeah, it's 160, 29 mil. And I like Alec Pierce too, but I think that could be a deal that backfires. Also, to look at Draymond Jones, because he got traded late in the season. Well, not late in the season, but at the deadline. He had played 17 games, had 7 sacks, 43 tackles as an outside linebacker, but he was more a defensive end. They paid him 13 mil a year. I don't know. I don't know about that, if I'm being honest. Eric Stokes back 10 mil a year for Eric Stokes. see, Colts prioritize keeping Alec Pierce and Daniel Jones. Pierce got the big deal, and Jones got the franchise tag. Came together overnight, so it looked like if that deal did not happen, then he was probably gone. Chris Ballard, that might backfire on him. You have two receivers now you're paying over 20 mil for, and it's not like a big guy. Alec Pierce and Michael Pittman are not big names, too. But Stokes had himself a solid year. That's a former Green Bay guy. So to see him actually have a solid season, I'm happy Stokes was able to stay healthy, because that was a main problem for him in Green Bay. He could not really stay healthy much. He couldn't stay on the field. So the fact that he was able to get that, you know what? I'm happy for him. I like Alec Pierce too, but good Lord. I don't know what... Oh, and also, by the way, if you hear me coughing, I've been battling sickness most of the week, so that's why. There's just a little bit of cough left. It's not as bad as it was on Wednesday. I'll say that. Also, completely unrelated news. This is basketball news. The Heat receiving a 2026 second from Charlotte as additional compensation for the Terry Rozier trade. Why? Why is that breaking now? Hello? Make it make sense. Also, Rozier only played what? One game all season? Also, I know that I think I know why Jones went to New England now. He was at Tennessee. He was there with Vrabel. That's another one of Vrabel's guys. Yeah. My phone is going to be possibly screaming uncle soon. It's going to be getting notifications like a madman. Colts aren't done spending. They're working towards a multi-year deal with Daniel Jones. Okay, so Jones might be getting extended today too. They have to be either trading Pittman or DeForest Buckner's retiring. Because I know he missed time with a neck injury. He only played, I think, a game or two after. I don't know if his neck is that junk, but something. Yeah. Okay. So 15 minutes in, we've already had Alec Pierce resign, Draymond Jones go to the Patriots, Amadi Zaccheaus to Atlanta, and Eric Stokes is back with Vegas on a 3-year deal worth $30 million. Wait, how much? Oh, it's 80. It's 84 mil guaranteed, not 60 mil guaranteed. Jesus Christ. Draymond Jones is getting 14.5 mil. Okay, so it's what would that mean then? A front loaded or a back loaded contract? waiting for the next move of note to happen, wherever it may be. But yeah, Draymond Jones went from. Oh wait, no, he was never in tennis. Oh no, he was with Tennessee, but it was this year. It wasn't a available year. He's been with Denver and Seattle. Don't know who I got him confused with, but I got him confused with somebody. All right. I'm looking to see if my phone's getting more notifications before my computer is. Give me something Twitter, please. And the Alec Pierce news. Buffalo was in on Max Crosby. By the way, that was another big move that happened. Max Crosby went to Baltimore for 2 first-round picks. That deal happened Friday night. But they got Draymond Jones more to hold on, there isn't. The Chiefs are preparing to sign Kenneth Walker as their new runner. Oh, Jesus. Oh, so K9 might be going to KC. How much money, though? I know their run game was abysmal last year with Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, but both of those guys are free agents right now. Oh, boy. So, if Walker goes to KC, it's cooked. It cooked. Beyond cooked. They did free up $20 million by cutting Juwan Taylor. Oh, yep. Confirmed. Walker's going to the Chiefs. K9 to the Chiefs. Oh, boy. How much? That's the question. How much money did Kenneth Walker get? Kenneth Walker himself was the one that broke the news. It was Kenneth Walker. He put a post up. And Mahomes immediately commented on it. Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs. Oh, boy. The NFL Discord it has reached a meltdown. How much, though? How much money? Casey has a run game again. So Charbonnet is now, he's 100% the starter. Charbonnet, I know he's coming up a torn ACL. He's going to the moon in fantasy now. He's going to the moon. Same with Walker, because they don't have the split backfield anymore. I'm looking. How much is he getting paid? How much is? Hold on. Walker. Well, prayers, GG's. Jeremiah Love is not a Kansas City Chief. I thought he was going to be, but then Kenneth Walker's like, nope, I'm going to sign. Seemed to 3 years. Oh, he got 15 mil. 15 mil? The what? 15. 15 mil a season. I almost wore my Kenneth Walker jersey too. I had a K9 jersey. Hold on. I'm getting that real quick. I have a K9 jersey too. I haven't worn this in a minute, but Kenneth Walker. Hold on, I'm switching into this actually. Changing out the jerseys off camera. All right. In light of the newest big signing of the day, I've now switched over to the Kenneth Walker Seattle jersey because he's not there anymore. I got this his rookie year. I got this his rookie year. I had him on my fantasy team that year, even though I'm a Michigan fan, and he destroyed Michigan the year prior. Oh, and hold on, I'm putting the stream up on Snap too if people want to join. I'm still waiting to see how much money the Walker signing is. Also, I don't think I missed anything when I was. Wait, the Buccaneers are finalizing a deal to keep Cade Otton, but that's it. Bruh. The Sauce was not lying, though, when he tweeted last week. He said, should I lock Alec Pierce in my basement and force him to sign a contract? Like contract papers. So, I think I've now come to the conclusion as well that ETN is probably going to Denver. So then Byshell Tootin becomes the starter for Jacksonville. Because he's shown some flashes last year. But of course, ETN was still there and he was balling. So that being said, he got to keep a lot of the touches. Also, a friend of mine legit, he texted me after the Alec Pierce news because he was watching the stream. He's like, why? He's like, congrats on the contract. I don't look like Alec Pierce. I don't. Do I? We don't even have the same eye color. And also, his hair's a little bit longer than mine. If you had like this hair, Maybe I can see it's just different eye color. No. Oh. Okay, 3 years, 43.05 mil. Could be worth up to 45 million. 28.7 guaranteed. Jesus. Christ. I knew he was going to get a lot of money on the market. I didn't think it. I saw a rumor saying it could be close to 15 mil. It is. He's close to 15 mil. So ETN might be getting probably 10. If only Brees Hall was on the market. God, why did the Jets have to do that to him? Christ. And now, once again, we wait for the next move. Okay, J.K. Dobbins could also still return to Denver, too. I don't think he is, but we shall see. Jalen Watson going to the Rams on a 3-year deal. KC's losing their corners left and right. How much money? How much money, though, is the question. The Rams, they just extended McDuffie for a lot of money. A lot of money. So, we shall see. Vegas apparently might be getting Linderbaum. What? A buddy just texted me that. I'm looking to see if that is true. Is Linderbaum going to Vegas? All I know, or what from what I've seen, is like 22-ish. But I think he's gonna get more. Jail 3 years, 51 mil, 34 guaranteed. Oh, good Lord. The Chiefs need to get some CBs now, too. Tunsil reached a contract extension with the Commanders. He's getting 30 mil, too. What? That? Jalen, 4 years, 120? Whoa, 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 whoa. Jalen Phillips. Jalen, 30 mil. 30 mil. Oh, boy. Jesus. That was out of nowhere. Phillips had that's an overpay. That is an overpay and a half. I thought he was going to get like 17, maybe 18. I think that would have been fine. 30? He got 30. Jalen Phillips. With his first healthy season in 2.5 years, just got $30 million from Carolina. Oh, good Lord. Oh, no. I'm calling my buddy. I'm calling him. Or, no, I'm texting him, actually. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Christ. Michael Pittman to the Steelers, too. Oh, we got to trade. We got to trade. We got to trade. This first one. First one. Michael Pittman to the Steelers. Oh, my buddy Christian's loving that. Christian's loving that. They needed a receiver. They needed a receiver. You have a legit wide receiver, too, now. Oh, what did they give up? Oh, my. I love this. I love this. I love this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where is he? Where is he? Of course, right when I'm talking about Jalen Phillips getting 30 mil. Then all of a sudden, oh, Michael Pittman. Just out of a bang. Free agency, baby. We're back. We're back. Jeez. The stove. The stove is going. The stove is hot. It's a hot stove. I'll go put my hand on stove. Ah, it's hot, babe. It's hot. It's hot. It's a hot stove right now. It's hot. Fifth round pick for Pittman is what it sounds like. Oh, good Lord. We cooking right now. Bro, Alec Pierce is about to get work. Good Lord. Wow. Stove be going. If Trent Williams is released, apparently the Chiefs are interested in him. No, don't let him go there. So Minka Fitzpatrick got traded today as well. That's to the Jets. And now Michael Pitt. That's like the second major trade. Pittman trade will open up $24 million for the call. Yeah, yep. Daniel Jones deal. Daniel Jones. The Dolphins are signing Malik 3 year. Only 67.5. What? Malik Willett. Malik it's not 30 mil. Honestly, for Will, I thought Willis was gonna get way more. Malik 67.5 for 3 years. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take seeing that. I thought it was gonna get closer to 90. Holy. Jeez. So Malik Willis will be the starting QB for the Dolphins next year. I wanted them to have a season of Quinn Ewers, dude. Ewers actually played all right. He played all right. I wanted them to give him another year. I'm getting a couple of messages about possibly Trey Hendrickson. I'm not going to say what team, but I have gotten a couple of texts about that in the last about 5 or so minutes. So, Isaiah Likely to the Giants. Yep, that one is not as surprising. I think I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream, that he was one of the guys that the Giants were looking at. Of course, Harbaugh guy. Baltimore extended Andrews, so that basically was the writing on the wall that Isaiah Likely was out the door. But Theo Johnson was solid, dude. Why? Why are you doing this to Theo Johnson? Let him. Theo Johnson was solid for them last year. How much? 3 years, 40 mil. That could go up to 47.5 million. Likely the third highest paid tight end. The third highest paid tight end. But why are you making Isaiah Likely the third highest paid tight end in the league? What are you doing? Joe Shane. Joe Shane. Joe Shane. Joe Shane's on the stuff again. Joe Shane on the hoodoo voodoo. I don't know. What is he on? Extended Daniel Jones to let Saquon walk. Let Saquon walk to get Brett Burns, and now they make Isaiah Likely the third highest paid tight end in the league. Joe Shane, what is wrong with you? I am legit. I feel like a guy in therapy right now, knowing that Isaiah Likely is the third highest paid tight end in the league. I know Dart likes his tight ends, but you like him that much. It was because Malik Neighbors tore his ACL in week 3. I just about had a meltdown over that. Just about had a meltdown. No, what? My brain is not braining. The Steelers are giving Michael Pittman a new 3-year, $59 million contract. New team, new money for Pittman. Okay. They are extending him. So that's what it is, too. Okay, so Isaiah Likely, 3 years, 40 mil. I just said that. John Simpson, 3 years. Okay, it's an offensive signing for the Ravens for the offensive line. I don't hate that. That's actually solid. Okay, and also, we will be taking a quick 5-minute break. So I'll be back at 1 o'clock. All right, got back a minute early, but so we are now in about to be in hour number 2. We did have another signing happen when I was away for a couple minutes. The Jets are signing former Bengals pass rusher Joseph Asai. Signing anyone that's not Trey Hendrickson or Geno Stone from a Bengals defense is a choice. That is a choice. How even did Asai do? Joseph Asai. He had 5 sacks the last 2 years. Both seasons for the last 2 years, he's had 5. He's young. He's 25. But also at the same time, it's the Bengals defense. They don't really draw sacks. Also, a couple other moves as well. Neville Gallimore signed with the Bears. James Pierce is signing with the Vikings. More like minor moves. But now that hour 2 is officially going to begin, a couple of major moves in hour 1. Alec Pierce kicked it off immediately, agreeing to a 4-year extension worth $116 million. 84 of it is guaranteed. A lot of money. Besides that, Kenneth Walker, 3 years, just a little bit under, well, actually a little bit over 43 mil, which is not bad. The trade's going to them boys. I got a couple texts about that. I think Trey Hendrickson might be going to Dallas. It's not confirmed yet, but they did also. I think there is also a chance as well. Maybe he was too priced out for their liking and they decided to pivot to Rashawn Gary. Because they did trade for Rashawn Gary this morning. So that's another thing. So Isaiah Likely, he's now the 3rd highest paid tight end. Which I was just about having. You go back about 20 minutes ago to when that news broke. I was about having I was questioning life. I don't understand why that happened. But it happened. And Jalen Phillips got 30 mil. Why Jalen Phillips got over 30 mil? I don't know why he got it. But he got 30 mil. And a friend of mine is a Carolina fan. There's an insider to that question if Rashawn Gary was going to be in, and Jerry said no. I was going to say as well, but also they have the situation of they need to sign George Pickens. I mean, unless you're making a cut defensively, like if you want to get off Deron Bland's contract, which, I mean, he's been dealing with injuries the last 2 years, but Kingsley, one of the Green Bay guys is leaving for the Jets. Rip. Kingsley Enagbar is gone. Signing a 1-year deal with the Jets. I mean, we didn't really use him a lot, but he's young, and I wish he would have stayed. Yeah, he only had 2 sacks, but at the same time, we could use. I was hoping if I was hoping that now that we don't have Rashawn Gary, that we might have been able to use him a little bit more. Maybe because he's not the biggest guy. Well, actually, he is a bit of a big guy. He's 6'4", 258. And we've been using him as a D tackle. I would have loved to maybe see him move to maybe being an edge rusher. At 8 a.m. CST that they were talking straight, they were in deep talks. But at the same time, this was before they made the. Was this before they made the Gary trade? Because they made the Gary trade, it was about 10 a.m. my time, so it must have been about 7 in Dallas. So it might have been after then. Because Texas is what, a 3-hour difference to EST? I think that's what it is. It was. Yeah, the Gary trade was before. I'm still wondering. So Jalen Phillips had 5 sacks and 17 QB hits, and he got 30 mil. I do not know how he got 30 mil, but he got 30 mil. I think that's the most money we've seen spent on a player. Oh, also our one that I forgot about as well. Malik Willis signed a 3-year deal with Miami. Only $67.5 million. I thought it was going to be closer to $90 million. I thought he was going to be in that probably close to 30 mil range. A 30 mil a year range. Only like there was rumors saying that he could have. There was rumors for probably the last 2 weeks saying, he wouldn't be surprised. Like Pierce could have got 30 mil too. Apparently he left more money on the table to stay with Indy. And Indy also traded Michael Pittman, which now saves them $24 million, and they're probably going to use that to extend Daniel Jones. But he only got, it was about 22. I think it might have been like 22.1. Which honestly isn't bad. Hold on. Trying to figure out math in my head real quick. Yeah, 22 and a half. Only 22 and a half mil. That's not horrible. Also, regarding the fact that a couple other QB moves are going to be happening during the week. Like, from what I saw, Atlanta might be getting Tua once he clears on Wednesday. Where the fact that Michael Penix is still injured. Kyler Murray, he also becomes available on Wednesday. Oh, DeMario Davis, he's going back to the Jets. He's going back. Man. I didn't see. I saw Isaiah Likely to the Jets. He's the 3rd highest paid tight end in the league now. That broke about probably 25 minutes ago. I saw it as it happened. And I don't get it. I don't get why he's the 3rd highest paid tight end now. That is wild. But yeah, also wild is knowing that DeMario Davis is going back to he started with the Jets too. DeMario Davis. Yeah, because he was there. Yeah, he was there from 2012 to 2015. And then he spent another season there in 2017. He spent 5 of his first 6 seasons in the league as a Jet, and he's now 37. The Jets, I mean, I'm liking some of their moves so far. I'm not going to lie. Also getting Minka for nothing. But again, Miami had no money. They entered today with about, I believe it was like $3 million. And then they got off of Minka's contract, and they do get, I think, a little bit of cap relief with Tua, but at the same time, they're paying him like $99 million in dead money, which is outrageously bad. The Titans have agreed on a 2-year, 2-year deal with Mitch Trubisky as a backup to Cam Ward. Okay, I don't hate that, actually. I don't hate that move. I don't hate that move for the Titans at all. They had money to play with. And you get Trubisky possibly as a mentor to Cam Ward? I don't mind it. I don't mind that move at all. Yeah, that does fit Cam Ward. That definitely helps Cam Ward out. I like that move. Tight end Austin Hooper went back to Atlanta. I thought he was going to stay with the Pats for another year. I was talking to one of my buddies earlier. I like the two tight end setup that they did with him and Hunter Henry. That sucks. That sucks. Austin Hooper's gone. Yeah, 1 year, 3.25 mil. The Vikings just restructured Jefferson's contract too. So Minnesota now has a little bit of money that they can use. For what? I don't know. My guess is they're probably going to use it on Kyler when he becomes a free agent on Wednesday. Because players that were released today, they can't become free agents officially until Wednesday. Like if you got released during the week, then you were able to become a free agent. That's why Tyler Blade signed with the Commanders, not with the Commanders. He got released by the Commanders. He signed with the Chargers on Saturday. So that, do they really want him though? What Tua? Apparently Atlanta might be in on Tua. From what I saw something about that before free agency opened, because he doesn't become a free agent until Wednesday. And I think Kyler goes to Minnesota. I think Tua goes to Atlanta. Michael Penix, we know, might miss time to start the year because he's coming off yet another ACL surgery. And there were rumors that the Falcons were also debating taking a QB in the draft for this upcoming year. So they could maybe take a QB if Tua doesn't go there. But I think Penix, I don't think he's going to be the starter this time next year. I think him getting taken as high up as he did was a big mistake. That has not worked out for Atlanta at all. Kenneth Gainwell to the Buccaneers. 2 years, 10 mil guaranteed. He had a good year. He had over 1,000 yards. I like that move, but at the same time, why does Tampa do this? Just let Bucky Irving cook. So, why? I know Rachaad White was gone. I have him in my dynasty league too. I hate that. I hate that so much. Brother. I am trying to think who the next that I can give you, Steve. Oh, wait, I can give you Stevenson. I can give you Stevenson. Is this Mills? I should have known at the Texas time. This is Mills. Yeah. Also, you traded me Stevenson. That's how you got RJ Harvey. Did you forget that? You traded me Christian Watson and Stevenson for Marvin Mims, Harvey and Zaire Franklin. I thought Franklin was going to get cut, and then he got traded to Green Bay. The Giants are not. They're signing the punter for the Ravens, too. Yeah, this is how you know it's a Harbaugh team. It's like, I'm getting all my boys. I'm getting all my boys from Baltimore. I mean, we're only a year in. And also, Micah now is coming off of a torn Achilles, which is unfortunate. However, you did use one of the picks to get not Milton Williams, Quinnen Williams. So, in reality, it's Kenny Clark, Quinnen Williams, and I think you still have at least one of the first. I don't know if it was this year. I think it was next year. Ravens fans are like, no. Because Harbaugh's just taking all of his boys. Alex Anzalone signing a 2-year, $17 million deal with the Jets. Not with the Jets, the Buccaneers. I mean, it's not horrible. Oh, right, it was 3 firsts. I thought it was 2. Because also with one of the first, I think part of it was at the same time because it was no, he didn't go to the Jets. He went to Tampa. I thought he went to the Jets because he was rumored to go to the Jets, but he went to Tampa. I do like them. I do like that move though. Anzalone to the Bucks. Bucks are, I mean, Gainwell and Anzalone have been. I mean, that makes sense. Ryan Wright signing a 4. The Saints just signed a punter for 4 years. Why? Why? You don't need to do that. I'm still like, why? Why is it a 4-year deal for a punter? Make it make sense. A friend of mine who's a Ravens fan, he's crashing out of my text. He's like, why is the Giants taking everybody? Literally for no reason. No reason at all. He is just crashing out over it. Like, he took their punter and someone who we knew was already gone because they extended Andrews. But the Patriots might be signing a fullback. Is that accurate? Huh? What? Hold on. I need to investigate this. I need to investigate. Also, Sauce Gardner just being because he got traded for a late round pick and he got a 3-year contract extension. So the Steelers have a legit wide receiver too. That I kind of figured that he might have. There's a possibility he was going to be on the way out when they paid Pierce as much as they did. Like, if they did not extend Pierce, and again, Pierce left more money on the table. Apparently, there was multiple offers that he got that were going to be over $30 million a year, and he decided to take 29 with Indy. And with that, they have to re-sign Daniel Jones long term as well. So they traded Pittman. They still have another year of team control on Josh Downs too, I think. Yeah, I think another year or two at least. So, because Downs' brother is getting drafted this year. Caleb Downs should be a top 5 pick. I think the Giants are drafting him at 5. That would probably be the most ideal situation for him. Oh, yep. The Patriots signed Reggie Gilman. We signed the Bills fullback. Commanders are signing former Bills corner Amarick Robertson, 2 years, $16 million. The Bears are signing Kobe Bryant, so Seattle is losing people. Seattle is indeed losing people. They kind of figured they were going to lose Bryant, but the Bears now. You know what? One person I'm surprised we haven't heard much of when it comes to if they're signing today or not is Tyler Linderbaum. We haven't heard much about him. That's big for the defense, though. It's a good addition. Devin Lloyd is also still a free agent. Also, I love how Discord might be down. But yeah, I'm on it and it's fine for me. It's like half down for some servers. It's not for the NFL server, though. Not the NFL server. The NFL server is fine. I do like the fact that they signed Reggie Gillum, though. Reggie Gillum is a vibe. He's a vibe. I love a good fullback signing. Also, I am wearing a... I do have the Kenneth Walker jersey on. You're going to jinx it. He's going to get re-signed. With the move on Friday, I don't think they have the money to. I thought the Bears were going to, and then they made the trade for Bradbury. I thought Washington, but then they just extended Laramie Tunsil for $30 million a year again. The Titans are signing Daniel Bellinger, another guy that Dayball had. Because, of course. The Patriots also apparently were in on Isaiah Likely, too, and they couldn't land him. But at the same time, with what he got, I don't blame them. Him getting that money is ludicrous money. That is ludicrous money for Isaiah Likely. That's 3 years, $40 million for Isaiah Likely, by the way. It could go up to $47.5 million, which is why. Again, also do not mind the cough. I have been battling illness most of the, this past week. It was bad. I woke up Wednesday and just I knew I was not feeling great. So. Oh. 3 years, $40 million for Kobe Bryant. Jesus. Wait, Jalen Carter to the Jets. What? What do you mean Jalen Carter to the Jets? I don't see anything about Jalen Carter to the Jets. Okay. There's a tweet. Latest deals. You have Kobe Bryant, Emmerich Robinson. Yep. I'm still waiting to see if a deal is made. Yeah, I did see that Robinson went to the Commanders. I think I pointed that out about 20 or so minutes ago. I got a notification on my phone about that. James Pierre to Minnesota. Yeah, we don't care about James Pierre. We do not care. This is a shorter stream. It's only till about 2:30 because it goes up, and then I also have to, get the stamps for my podcast editor, so then he can, put it in the podcast when I film it tomorrow. Another punter deal. Former Dolphins punter Jake Bailey signing a 3-year deal. With who? With who, though? Miami? Is he staying with Miami? Oh, with the Falcons. The Falcons are now signing punters. Oh, no. I just saw a response in a group chat I'm in, and I'm like, I'm near crying laughing. Oh. Oh my God. I'm dead. That's a wild response. Oh, the Lions are signing Cade Mays from Carolina. Carolina losing, people. That's what happens when you pay Jalen Phillips $30 million a year. 3 years, $25 million for him, by the way. Not bad. Not a horrible deal. Why do I feel like Seattle's going to try to make a move for Trey Hendrickson or something? I feel like they're going to. I know Alec Pierce had 1,000 yards, but I'm still trying to. I'm looking at his stats too. I'm like, I still don't know about him getting $29 million a year. That still is a bit crazy. Man. Another loss for C. Oh no. Did they just lose another person? Oh no, it was a quote tweet that Kobe Chicago. I was going to say if they lost Shaheed too, if they just lost Shaheed, it would have been GG's. would have been GG's. They would not have made their way back. Oh, Reek Wallen's a free agent too. There's still a lot of guys that are free agents. I think they're going to be signing over the next probably week or so. That it's not just solely today. Cardinals, Dolphins, 49ers apparently are also among teams in the mix for Kendrick Bourne. He has a market? What? Confusion intensifies. The Falcons are signing Nick Folk to a 2-year deal. Oh my, Nick Folk is he just won't. I think he was one of the better kickers last year too. The Falcons might have stable kicking. What is it? Watch now that he's going to Atlanta, he's gonna forget how to kick. Pat's legend Nick Folk. Algier's still a free agent too. I think Algier might sign tomorrow. Or maybe later tonight. I don't know. We shall see. Teams have offered north of 20 for my 27. No. 27 mil a year for Mike Evans at this point of his career. No. God, no. You got me turning into Tom Ellis's Lucifer. What's where's the clip? Where's the clip? All I know is if I somehow am able to edit this episode, I probably am going to add the clip. Okay. Any other? Oh, the Seahawks are monitoring Tyler Algier. Oh, no. No. Bellinger's deal's 24. Why is Daniel Bellinger getting 24 million? What? Hello? Daniel Bellinger. 24 mil for 3 years. I don't know about that. Not Michael Pittman going on Twitter saying crazy. My wife had a dream a month ago I was wearing a Steelers jersey. God works in crazy ways. Wentz might be going to Vegas. That's an option, apparently. Which, I mean, I would not be against that. Because then you have a guy to help mentor Fernando. He might start like the first month, but you're not rushing him in. I'm here just waiting. Looking at a couple Bengals players just followed Nick Cross. And oh wait, Nick Cross is a free agent, right? How did I forget that he's a free agent? Vikings also just tendered Ivan Pace Jr. as well. So hour 2 is not as intense as hour 1. We've had some signings of note, but hour 1, it was just a madhouse. I say that, and then also I say this, and then watch. There's going to be a major signing in like 5 minutes. Oh wait, the Mike Evans 7 million thing. It was for 1 year. Okay. I mean, for 1 year you could, but I don't think it was Tampa that offered him that. I don't get the Oh wait, hold on. People saying someone does message me Rico. I don't think Rico's signing yet. I don't think it. There's a couple guys I'm surprised they haven't been signed yet. I thought Devin Lloyd would have been off the market by now. Devin Lloyd. Also, I thought ETN would have been signed too. And Linderbaum. And Linderbaum staying with the Ravens. Oh wait, no, with the Raiders. Yep, I say Linderbaum, and he gets signed. He gets signed a minute later. Record 3 years, $81 million, includes $60 million guarantee. Now that is how you support a rookie QB. You know what? Good job, Raiders. Good job. Oh. And the Cardinals they're signing Tyler Algier. And then I mention Algier's name, and then he gets off the board. So the Cardinals' first signing is running back they don't need. What? Hello? I don't get it. All right. Also, someone just said Nakobe Dean's still on the board too. Trey Hendrickson's still on the board, but I don't think he's signing today. Nakobe Dean too. Nakobe Dean had himself a good season in 2024. He missed time this past year because he was still dealing with an injury from the playoffs. And ETN's still on the board. There's still some guys. Well, and also not the Jets losing their second best player too with Nick Folk. I kid you not, he was probably one of their better guys last year. That must show you how bad your team is when your kicker is probably one of your top 3 best players. That I do like the move that the Raiders just did. Also, I just realized one thing with Algier going to Atlanta. Is Trey Benson just non-existent now? So we're already almost done with hour 2. Here I am just waiting on more news as hour 2 is going to begin. How's the Raiders actually having a solid free agency? At least so far. What was I saying? Because they extended Eric Stokes, who I think had a solid season. And they just got a really good center for their rookie QB who they're about to draft next month. I mean, I'll take that's a solid thing. At least as a football fan, I want Mendoza to succeed. He was a dog in Indy for the Hoosiers in Indiana. But at the same time, I'm like, at first I'm like, are the Raiders going to do anything to help him? They just did. They gave him a big guy in Tyler Limo, who is the best center in the league. That's why he got paid the big bucks. By the big bucks, I mean the big bucks. There's no way he got 3 years, $81 million, with $60 million of it being guaranteed, if he was not the best center in the league. So that's another thing. I thought he was going to get 30, but it was about 22, 23 mil. It's not horrible, but at the same time, it's worth it. It is worth it for the Raiders. Yes, you lose Max Crosby, and your defense is kind of in shambles now. But at the same time, you have now secured a top center for the one and only. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no, it's 27 mil for him. But still. You're protecting Mendoza. That's what you needed to do. Okay. Little mini yawn, but so be it. Okay. '49ers are also taking trade calls on Fred Warner. So, yeah. Eagles are also most likely getting a third round pick compensation for losing Phillips. Yeah. I was trading a third for him and getting a third back, I guess. couple minutes away from hour 2. Linderbaum now the biggest move of hour 2. No, actually, this would be hour 3 that we're moving into. I'm probably going to be live for probably not the whole hour. I'm probably going to get off about 2:30, 2:45, depending on how movement is going. But we shall see. We'll leave that as to be determined. Raiders also apparently might have a chance to make a run on Rashid Shaheed as well, because Clint Kubiak loves him. Which is not wrong. You saw what he did in New Orleans when Kubiak was the offensive coordinator. There are no lies being told. So heading into hour 3, ETN still a free agent. Travis Etienne still a free agent. No, I said ETN already. ETN, Devin Lloyd, Rashid Shaheed, Tariq Woolen, Kendrick Bourne has some interest. Shawan Jennings, Mike Evans, all among names that are still free agents, along with Trey Hendrickson and multiple others. The Saints are signing ETN is going to the Saints right as hour 2 is about to end. Right as it's about to end. Big signing. Big signing. Ooh, okay, so Kamara's gone. They're releasing Kamara 100%, aren't they? I did it. How much did they pay for him? Why do I like ETN in this system? Oh, good. Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord. Good lord. I am already salivating thinking. So Denver they struck out at running back. They struck out. Well, Byshell Tootin is going to have a solid season now. I have some hope now for Baishal Tootin. Wait, how much did we offered for 150? What? 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 No. The Patriots almost did something stupid. They almost did something stupid. Oh, Wan'Dale Robinson is going to the Titans. So that's the first move of hour 3 now. That first move of hour 3. And it's a kind of big-ish move. Kind of. I don't hate it. I think it's actually a solid move for the Titans because they give Cam Ward another receiver. See, that's what you're supposed to do with young quarterbacks. That's what you're supposed to do. The other thing is, if Pierce got that much money, what's Wan'Dale about to get? Oh Christ! I'm preparing for the overpay. I'm preparing for the overpay. 4 years, $70 million, up to 78. That's it. Okay, that's actually not bad. It's not bad. Chris Tonga going to the Chiefs, 3 years, $21 million. Okay, we're actually kind of cooking now. We're actually kind of cooking. There's moves happening. What's the ETN contract, though? Okay. Yeah, Chris Tongas was on the Patriots. I knew that name sounded familiar. Hold on. How much did ETN get? Jahan Dotson going to the Falcons on a 2-year deal worth $15 million. Falcons are getting more receivers. This is probably more of a replacement for Darnell Mooney, who they released. That's what I think. I don't think Dotson's going to have that big of a role that people think they will. This is not the Jahan Dotson that we thought was entering the league out of Penn State a couple years ago. He stalled out big time. And, I mean, I don't expect much from him. Oh, my friend who's a Steelers fan got back to me about the Pittman deal. It's like, he's like better than Calvin Austin. Not wrong. You get 4 years. 52? Okay. Okay. I knew that there was going to be multiple guys that were just going to get 10 mil a year. Okay. 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 Sure. Sure. I guess. Yeah, we're getting some moves early in hour 3. The Giants are potentially in talks with Quay Walker. I know that he's probably leaving Green Bay, so that wouldn't surprise me. Oh, wait, it was 78. So Robinson got, well, I thought it was up to 78. It could be. So I was going to say, that's not even 20 mil a year. I'm going to say as well, I think number 1 is available because I'm pretty sure Lante Taylor's leaving. Yeah, 80 mil of it is guarantees. Jesus Christ. The Jalen Phillips deal is like, yeah, that's a lot of money. I was saying this too when it happened. Okay. David Edwards also going to the Saints as well. The Saints are cooking now. Kellen Moore. Oh. Saints are. Yep. Saints might be up to something. Because they really haven't spent much of free agency the last number of years because they were under the cap. Can Green Bay please extend Rashad Walker or Rasheed Walker? That's all I want. That's really all I want right now. Please extend him. We freed up money by getting rid of Rashawn Gary. But the fact that Mickey Loomis is cooking right now does not seem right. So what's the David Edwards contract? 4 years, 60. What? Oh, what? Whoa. So Josh Allen loses a lineman too. The Scottish Hammer is a free agent because the Giants got the Ravens punter. So now that means I'm trying to think because ETN went to the Saints. Walker went to KC. This means now Love might go to what? Tennessee? The Raiders have agreed to a contract with Jalen Naylor. So Naylor's gone. And Raiders fan, not Raiders, Vikings fans are not happy about that. They're having a meltdown on Discord as we speak. Also, get the guy for Mendoza. But at the same time, they're still probably going to get Shaheed, aren't they? What's it? 3-year deal, 30. Oh, we got 11 mil a year. Okay. I'm looking for more moves. That's why if I'm like quiet, that's why. Also, I'm getting a mix of NBA notifications in as well. Vince Williams Jr. got waived. Wait, didn't he just tear his ACL 2 weeks ago? And he was in the Jaren Jackson trade too, and he got waived. Huh? Okay, that's kind of cruel, but that be the business, I guess. Oh, McDuffie's happy that Watson went to the Rams. He probably had maybe a say in that. Oh. David Onyemata to the Jets. The Jets are making good moves. Why are the Jets making good moves on defense, but not on offense? I don't get it. Huh? I'm looking to see if there's like any other moves I can find on my phone. I hope I can. Yeah, it's a 1-year deal worth $10.5 million for Onyemata. It's not horrible for the Jets. But they need to get an interception first. They did not have an interception last year, and they have an offensive-minded head coach. So, yeah, the main deals from hour 2 were Linderbaum, ETN, and then probably the biggest move so far for this hour has been David Edwards to the Saints. I think there is a chance Kamara's probably getting cut now. I think he is getting cut. And he might just retire. They tried dealing him at the deadline, and he said that he would retire if he got traded. I'm probably going to be doing this for at least another maybe 10 or so minutes. Still, Devin Lloyd is a free agent still. Devin Lloyd, Trey Hendrickson, there's still some notable names that are free agents. Also, Mike Evans still has not signed, even though he might be getting like $27 million a year from a team. Chad Johnson tweeting Trey Hendrickson will end up a Cowboy. So not much happening right now. Okay. So yeah, the cough still does not sound great. But God. Not the Jets putting up a tweet. I'm sure this has something to do with Demario Davis being re-signed, but just listening to I'm coming home and it's P Diddy. Oh, Jets! You should have no, that's no. I'm still kind of realizing the three teams that have done probably the most and I feel like the best stuff so far has been the Bears, the Saints, and the Jets. Tariq Woolen's also still a free agent along with Rashid Shaheed. Bengals are among the teams pursuing John Franklin Myers. Okay. I mean, they might be doing something on defense at least. Because he is probably going to be one of the first major guys defensively. Even though Jalen Phillips did just get $30 million a year like an hour and a half ago. For reasons of I still do not know. Well, Kyle Van Noy's happy for Linderbaum, at least. Also, the Jets today got Minkah Fitzpatrick for nothing, added Joseph Asai, Kingsley, and Agbar, Demario Davis, and David Onyemata, which at the same time is honestly not bad defensively. It's not bad defensively at all. And they have actually and they've done a lot for the defensive line. They've added 2 guys for the defensive line, which is good. I feel like when I go to work in a couple hours, that's going to be when Nakobe Dean and Trey Hendrickson signs. And I'm going to get the notification and I'm going to be shaking my head, wishing I wish they did it on stream. I'm going to probably have that edited into the podcast, but I am fully expecting the podcast to be super, super long regarding the I should have been taking notes about the signings. Like I remember, I think I put it. I've been saying it too. I've been saying it as well. So that definitely helps. Instead of me having to go back and watch probably close to like 3 hours worth of streaming. Because I did also start about 10 minutes early. Oh, someone's who's been getting linked to Devin Lloyd? Tampa. Tampa's been getting linked to Devin Lloyd. I wouldn't mind that actually. And he stays in Florida. Well, we have another signing in the next 5 minutes. I don't know if we will, but yeah, we're getting at the point now that a lot of the old tweets are now like reappearing, like the old signings from about an hour or so ago. Someone was asking me about Jawan Jennings, and it's a Browns fan. He's like, he's probably going to want a bag. I don't think he's going to get as much of a bag as people thought now, regarding the fact that Wandale got not even 20. No. It's 3 year. Oh, my. Mike Evans going to San Fran on a 3-year deal. Mike Evans in another uniform is really going to happen. So that means Ayuk is gone. That does mean Ayuk is gone. Wow. Wow. Man. I knew that Evans was probably going to leave Tampa. I didn't think he was going to get a 3-year deal off of his worst season. That's a risk. They're replacing Jawan Jennings with Mike. Lord. What is this? Literally, as I am close. I was close to getting off. And then the Mike Evans news hits. It's a 3-year deal. How much? I don't know. All I know is that he had offers up to 27. If he's getting 27 mil a year by San Fran for 3 years. Oh, and the Steelers have agreed to a 3-year deal with Jamal Dean as well. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Bucs are more cooked. So Jamal Dean and Mike Evans, both of them just left the Bucs within 60 seconds. Or within 120 seconds. Within 2 minutes of the Evans news comes out, oh, Jamal Dean is gone now too. How? The veteran leadership is in shambles. It is beyond in shambles. Ay. I don't know. Well, that helps Ibuka out at least. They really let Todd Bowles stay, and they let Mike Evans and Jamal Dean walk. Hold on. They were originally slated 27 mil for Ayuk this upcoming season, but they voided all his guarantees after this money now. So Evans just got 27 mil. Jesus. You could have just given that money to Jennings. God. Mike Evans he's not worth 27 mil a year now. Coming off yet a bad hamstring injury. Ah. 33-year-old getting a 3-year deal. I don't know. Also, Jamal Dean also got a 3-year deal too. Oh, Terrell Edmonds is also still available. Hold on. Bro, Saints fans are celebrating that Mike Evans is now out of their division. He would always kill the NFC South. He always would. Twice a year. Well, unless you were the Saints, then you had Marshawn Lattimore. Just, well, fighting him. That's what it was. He would always be fighting Lattimore. It's every year. That was a yearly tradition that they would be throwing hands. Sometimes twice a year. Oh, wait. No, it's 3 years. Oh, no, it's 3 years, 36. Oh, no, it wasn't 27 mil a year. It's only 36. Oh, wait. Devin Bush agreed to a contract with the Bears. Okay, so yeah, he's now leaving the Browns too. Oh, hold on. I'll be right. My dad called. That's why I just got off. See, any other... Did any other signings happen when I was on the phone for like 5 minutes? Nope. Recent one was still Devin Bush. All right. But still, yeah, I'm probably getting off about 3. I'm probably going to be on for another 20 minutes and then call it a day. Yeah, Devin Bush, 3 years, 30 mil. Okay. I mean, he was with Cleveland's defense, which was the best defense in the league for a lot of parts of it, but also at the same time, how much of that was Jim Schwartz, who's not even coaching this year? That's another thing. But we'll get to that soon. Though Evans now being gone means McMillan is probably going to have somewhat of a role. Plus, also, you still have Chris Godwin and you have Igbuka as well. I kind of figured when they did decide to extend Cade Otton, who was a free agent, that was the writing on the wall that Evans was gone. Because if you kept him, then you have no room for McMillan, and you probably trade him. Because you also still have Tez Johnson, too, even though he might or might not have some stuff against him, possibly soon. No, not like charges, but apparently he cheated on his girlfriend the day that she was, or like the day that he proposed. Like, well, make it make sense. I don't understand NFL players. Also, Mike Evans, who's known for getting hurt, going to a team that's known for having a ton of injuries, is right by a power plant. Oh yeah, that's going to end so badly. That is, well, electric substance. Yeah. I'm just gonna put this real quick. Over under 10 games, Mike Evans plays. I don't think he's playing more than 10 games. And he's 33. And he just signed a 3-year deal. So is that not a warning sign? To me, I think it would be. But no. San Fran's like, let's give him 3 years. No. Don't do that. Do not give him 3 years. I don't get it. God, can I not cough like a madman? Hold on, let's see. Top receivers available still. We have Tyreek. I know that's like a salary wise. Yeah, there's not really a lot left. Hold on, we got NFL free agents 2026. So let's look at by. So the richest deal so far has been Jalen Phillips getting $30 million a year. Let's go to 2020 available. Let's go by market. By market value is Trey Hendrickson, but there's also going to be Jawan Jennings, Rasheed Walker, Devin Lloyd, who might get $20 million a year, Taylor Decker, Odafe Owe, Kwity Paye, Nashawn Wright might be getting some money too. Like Alontae Taylor might get like $15 million a year. Also, Romeo Doubs is a free agent too. Where he goes, I don't know. But he's going somewhere. It's 60. 60 point. They're paying him over $20 million a year. They're paying him over $20 million. Idiots. Idiots. All. Christ. Yeah, Jennings is gone. Jennings is gone. 20 mil for him. Jennings about to get 30. Jennings about to get 30. Who's doing it? Who's the buffoon that's giving him 30? Who is doing it? So a 33-year-old coming off of his worst season, history of hamstring injuries, you give him 3 years, $60.4 million. You fools! All of you. All of you. You deserve... John Lynch, you deserve whatever happens to you next. That's all I'm going to say. You deserve what's going to happen when he's missing time again. It's going to happen. He's going to play not even 10 games this year, and then it's going to get worse. Then you realize, oh, wait, we're paying him $20 million. Look at what, oh my God. That's a crime. That's despicable, nefarious, whatever you want. God, where's my buddy Chris when I need him? He's the master at this. For 33-year-old Mike Evans, you paid him $20.1 million. 20.1 is how much you paid him. Oh my God. Why? Why? Yes, I was like, oh, Mike Evans is not signed yet. But no, I didn't think it would be like this. Great. Now look at what you did to my voice. I'm sounding like Stan Pines again. Wait, hold on, water. I'm a little surprised it took like 3 hours to get through that water, though. Okay, it's a little bit better now. I was about to go on a whole tangent, but then my voice decided, no, you're still not good enough to do that yet. Also, Mike Evans has only played a full season once in the last 3 years. Christ. What is... The substation will claim another victim. It will. The substation will claim another victim. If you're like, oh, it's we know. We know it's real. We're aware of that. Just like we know Matt Groening's a time traveler. We know that too. But again, that's something I'll get into in another day. Okay, 9 minutes left, and I do kind of have to get off because I have to make some dinner before I have to go to work. Yeah, unfortunately. If I wasn't working, I would probably try to be on until at least 5. Because I've not streamed in near 2 years. Closer to 3 years. Tua was making $67 million while Malik Willis is making $8 million. That's insane work. Chris Greer needs to be locked up for that contract. Yeah. I hope Malik Willis does well, though. I will say that. I hope he does. Ravens aren't tendering Keaton Mitchell, so he is. Oh, so he is going to be a free agent. Oh, well, It's time for him to go to the Giants. What? To the Giants he goes. I feel like Keaton Mitchell, if he was in the right spot, he actually could thrive. Because he was having a solid rest of the like there was what was it 2023 or 2024 that he was starting that he damn broke his leg. I forgot what it was. Dallas still has not signed anyone. The Chargers still have not signed anybody. New England made a couple of signings. Nothing really of like big importance. They still have a lot of money to use. Oh yeah, they also got Rashawn Garrett. I mean, all they did today was they got Rashawn Gary, which isn't. But yeah, regarding the fact there's not really much now happening, I think this would be at 3 o'clock, so 5 minutes. I'm probably gonna get off. But yeah, oh no, that just saw holding his knees at Publix. That's what. Because there was the Tua meme too. Oh no, I bit my lip. It's too funny. It's too funny. I bit my lip. Ow. Okay. Anywho. But yeah, 3 o'clock, barring any other signings happening. I mean, signings of importance. I'm probably going to get off. Probably am. So, may no shenanigans happen for 5 minutes. That's all I ask. All I want, all I ask. I think it's a simple request. Stephon Diggs is still a free agent too, but I think he's going to be a free agent for a bit as well. I'm trying to think of some of the guys that are still available. We know ETN's off the board now. Linderbaum's off the board. Alec Pierce was off the board within 5 minutes. 5 minutes he's off the board. Oh wait, both Diggs are free agents too because Ravonde got cut. Though Diggs there's a chance he faces jail time. That probably might be why he's not getting signed yet. Also, you know what? Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston are free agents too for the memes. Just for the memes. We love it for the memes. So that being said, trying to think who else could I maybe see signing today? At least like the top names on the market. I think Hendrickson's signing today. There's a chance Devin Lloyd signs a little bit later in the day as well. Rasheed Walker, Kwity Paye. I want Alante Taylor to sign. I think he's going to get a decent amount. He has been very, very undervalued. Braden Smith maybe might leave Indy because they have to pay Daniel Jones unless they, bring him back maybe at a cheaper discount. Elijah Vera Tucker. Bobby Okereke, too. Bobby Okereke would actually be solid. Jonah Williams wouldn't be bad on a one-year deal. Zion Johnson signing a 3-year deal with the Browns. Okay, it's not an important deal. I mean, Cleveland's already losing Wyatt Teller. Oh, and also, wasn't there? Oh, what? Yeah, Jedrick Willis is probably going to get signed this cycle too. He missed all of last year because he was injured. So, that being said, now that it's 2:59, this was a fun stream. This was a fun stream. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed actually being able to do streams again. It's been a while since I have done one. So now, thank you all for tuning in. It's been a fun 3 hours of going through free agency. And it's TJ signing off, and I will see you all next time I do a stream, but I'm filming the podcast tomorrow. There might be bits of this in the podcast, so we shall see how that goes. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Peace.